B and Tupac, Are You Still Down? So after the show, oftentimes we will all go and have lunch. One of the places we used to go is a place in the Valley. One of my favorite places. I probably go 2 or 3 times a week. So I'd gone there initially, and then something happened. The chef had a falling out, I guess, with members of the staff, and he was so loud and irate, and I felt that he was so disrespectful. I wondered if I could ever go back there again. So, I mean, it's just not my thing to watch somebody berate somebody and still feel good about patronizing a restaurant like that. So subsequently, about 3 weeks ago, this happened about 4 or 5 weeks ago. About 3 weeks ago, I'd gone back in, and all of the people that I'd been used to seeing were now gone. I guess they were determined not to be talked to like that, and they left. And it gave an opportunity to all the other people, like the bus boys and the barbacks, and there were people there who had been bus boys and bus girls, and now they were in the kitchen. And there was a young man who was the sous chef who was training this young lady, and he was training her to make an omelet. It was a French restaurant, and he kept throwing it out over and over again. And she seemed very scared of the fire. And we all looked at each other and thought, this woman's not going to make it. This kitchen can be a very, very scary place. It's hot. It's sharp stuff. So last week, we went back to the same place. I got to tell you, the chef might have been right because the menu was excellent. But all of the people that I had seen initially training were now pretty proficient at what they were doing, including the young lady who was so afraid of fire. Now all of a sudden, she served my meal to me. And I was so proud because I literally saw someone that didn't know how to do something 3 weeks ago, stuck to it, and now all of a sudden she was serving this meal. And when I tell you it was excellent, it was. And I leaned over to Jasmine's assistant, and I wanted to say to her how proud I was. I asked her what the word for pride was. And Lena, after about a minute or so, said that there was no approximation for that word. There was no, you could say I love you, you could say that made me happy, but there was no kind of approximation to say I'm proud. I asked the sous chef, so Lena's Dominican, the sous chef was Mexican. I asked him because I told him I wanted to tell the young lady how proud I was. He too struggled with finding the verbiage for the word proud in his language. And it occurred to me as we talked, the reason that you don't know a word or you're not familiar with a word is because it's not used in your presence a lot. And the fact that so many people don't know, how to kind of say that word or to approximate that word lets me know that they don't hear it a lot. And I know me growing up, my father's been dead 4 or 5 years now, and I don't ever recall him saying that. And that seems to be me to be ashamed. It seems to be people of a certain experience, of a certain culture, have a hard time saying, I'm proud of you, that you made me proud. That I'm happy. You can say I'm happy. We can say I love you. You could say various other things. But the words I'm proud strikes. I think that everybody that I know would. I can tell you what it would have meant to me to hear my father say he was proud, or somebody that I loved say that they were proud of me. I can tell you what that would have meant to me. And I know this young lady. I communicated to. I guess she finally understood what it was I was saying. But isn't it a shame, out of all the words we say, out of all the phrases we use, out of all the things that we impart to our children and to our loved ones, saying I'm proud seems to be the one we're the stingiest with. Saying I'm proud of you seems to be the one we're the most reticent to say, almost as if we say it, people are going to stop trying to strive or accomplish. I think more than anything else, more than saying I love you, more than saying you make me happy, more than asking people how their day was, we need to start normalizing telling people out loud, I'm proud of you. All right, that's a little note from the GED section. We got the Jazz Report coming up in 15 minutes. It's the D.L. Hughley Show.